Hello, what you see here is a glass house. Because it's beautiful, you might want to build it yourself. As you can see, it's a very good build for a faction server. Your goodies and treasures are very well hidden. Don't forget to smash that like button like you smashed that creeper and then it will go boom, thank you. Don't go anywhere for this amazing tutorial, because you're worth it. What you need to keep in mind is that you keep a gap of 3 in between every block. I'm sorry if I'm going sonic fast, but if you can't follow it, put the video at a 0.5 speed and my voice will be funny as well. I really like the textures of those blocks because you can see everything outside, so this way you can see those sexy mobs. And if a creeper wants to go boom, you can see him coming. Isn't that fun? Don't you think friendly mobs are annoying when you're building? They always stand in your way and then you have to poke them to go away and then they always come back unless you make some cooked meat out of them. But if you need food, they're pretty decent, but I like to put them in enclosed fences and breed them until I have 100 of them, then I can survive for days. I hope you have enough sand to make glass because this is not a cheap build, but it's unique. I have not seen any tutorials for glass houses. I want to be the first one to make a house made out of entirely glass. Post in the comments what you think about this house. I'd like to know if you like the videos I make. If you share it, you'll also get a cookie for free. Hey, that rhymes. Maybe I should start another career. Imagine building a village made out of entirely glass. That would be very confusing because you can see trough everywhere. Maybe an adventure map would be a good idea. Now that we finished the front, we can start with the back. And how do we do that? By doing the same thing with a block more forward and then building that up, so we do this all the way along the other side to bring those beams together, and when it's done we will build it up. Doesn't that fit the landscape beautifully with this house? I think the snow is actually more beautiful than the first house I've built below. I think even the snow can go on the glass. Because the glass block is not counted as a solid block, that's why you can't place beds on top of it. You might need to replace those blocks with solid blocks first to be able to place beds. I hope you can follow me without problems because I'm talking really fast and because it's a different voice than I normally have, but in this case we're working on the front of the house. Doing the side is very easy, it's the same technique every time. You make a square every time. What you have to do is place a block at each corner and then build them 4 times up, and when it's ready we can make the roof. You might think, how do we do that? By taking white stained glass. Unfortunately, glass doesn't have stair shapes, so this house might be very blocky. I tried my best to still make it look good. Fortunately enough, we have different colors and that's amazing. Building the roof is very boring, so I'm going to talk about other things. Those are tips for making buildings always look good. 1. Make sure to use some kind of depth. No one wants to stare at a flat, empty wall. That's why making a roof overhang a little bit makes it look like a lot better. 2. Don't let textures blend too much with each other. For instance, a wooden block with a cobblestone block just below it. It's not a big deal, but if you can separate them in some kind of way, then I'll be proud of you. A trick for that is by placing a log 1 block in front to separate them, or by using small building materials such as buttons, fences and trapdoors. 3. Don't make buildings all the way square. Try different shapes. Add an extra part, or go diagonal to changes things a little bit. I have plenty of videos giving tips, so if you think this is not clear, then look them up and consider to subscribe. 4. Try to find a good environment. That's something that can enhance your building right away without doing too much effort. The environment also helps you to think about a shape of your house. Use it to your own advantage. 5. Add some flower, greenery or other decorations such as log piles, wells and much more. There are a lot in more tips, but I think it'll be too much otherwise. So what were we doing? Oh, I know now. We were building this roof, and that's boring. I will speed forward and shut my mouth so that you can enjoy the time lapse. Now you have to replace the ground with red stained glass, and that's also easy. Just put them down one block behind the pillars. Wow, that looks amazing. Let's start building the walls. Take some lime green stained glass and place them one block behind the pillars. I'll shut my mouth again. Here's the time lapse. Put down the second floor. I hate the weather, I have to change it every time. There's a command block that I use for this in another world, but I'm too lazy to build it here as well. Here's the second floor. Oh no. Another time lapse. Now we have to build the stairs. Unfortunately, like I said, there are no stairs blocks, so you will have to jump every time to go upstairs.
Jump around! Jump up and get down!
Jump around, jump up and get down. I like that music. Isn't it funny that it came in my mind when I said you have to jump to get there? Maybe you should put this music every time you need to jump. Now we can add some brown stained panes to add a little texture. This way from far away it looks like it's a little bit round. We can also add some normal glass panes for the windows, this way you can see trough the window. Ha 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 ha. It's funny because you actually don't need any windows because your house is a big window. I'm Captain Obvious, hee 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 hee. I really like the brown stained glass, it reminds me of chocolate and now I'm hungry. If you live in a glass house, don't eat the brown glass, because that's not chocolate. You should probably find a brown bar where you can outlook trough. Have you met my wife? She's very beautiful and she asked me to ask you if you'd like to give a thumbs up and smash it like a creeper.
Oh, stop it you. You forgot to clean the table. I don't like you anymore. Nice house by the way, you should definitely build it because you're worth it.
Isn't she amazing? Let's move on to the building. As long as you don't attach glass panes, they act like a glass fence. Thinking about that, you can do a lot of fun things with it. But don't pay too much attention here, I made a lot of mistakes. I misplaced the glass panes, and if you build it like the way I did, you'll waste a lot of resources. Don't waste resources, because they're worth it. Oh Louisdepoui, what are you doing? You're doing everything wrong. You're such a cow. I could have edited this part out, but I didn't. Now you had to watch me being a cow. After I'm done with making mistakes, I promise you that I won't make any other mistakes during this video. It's unbelievable. We almost finished the house. We only have to add even more and more glass panes to the building and then we are all set. I'm wondering if you've watched the video until here. If you did, leave this comment in the comments section. Louisdepoui, you're such a cow. Then I'll like it and give you a cookie. Did you think that this house was worth it? Because I think it was worth it. You know what's more worth it? giving this video a like, share it and subscribe. But only if you really liked the glass house. Because otherwise, it's not worth it.
Wow, I really like this house. I'll give this video a like for sure.
Look, even my wife liked this video and she does not like a lot.
That's not true. I like it if it's worth it.
Ha 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 he 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 he, she's funny. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you a lot for coming by. I really hope that you did like this video. There's more coming, so stay tuned, because there are some really juicy buildings being built. But other than that, stay awesome and until the next time, goodbye. Because you're worth it. LOL.